You know, it's impossible to be 70 years old and realize that you know what Cocoa Puffs are and you can drive a stick. Does that tell you something about the age? I'm in my 70s now, and I sit around with these knucklehead children, and I love them so much. And they're not children, but to me they are because I've known them since they were children. But if you're sitting in front of them and you're getting real serious, and then you go, oh boy, oh, listen to me. I can't believe it. Oh, homie, you're going to make a difference. There's 3 rules to get along here. Number 1, cover me on this, will you, Bob? Number 2, great idea, boss. And number 3, we've always done it that way. These are the jokes, folks. And I'm Goofy. And this has been my pleasure to show you what Goofy looks like. Oh, the world knows me. I'll live on a
I got the power.
Oh my God.
Oh man, wait. Did the show start? Oh man. Whew. All right, hey, welcome everyone, and thank you very much for joining us tonight. Thank you, Davey Diamond from London, all the way from London. Tonight we have people tuning in from all over the world. We have people in Madrid, Australia, in London, and here in the Bay Area. We also obviously have our community here in Marin, and thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Mr. Pritchard, always, Dr. Michael Pritchard, for always being the entertaining gentleman you are and being the showman and the life of the party. Tonight is a major milestone for me in my life. I turn 40 tomorrow. A major accomplishment for me to be able to launch this vision of Desire to Inspire Studios Foundation, which was launched last year in 2020. The other major milestone is obviously having the launch party and first fundraiser under our belt, under my belt, before I turned 40. I really couldn't have done it without my community. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm actually nervous, and I don't get nervous, but hey, that's the way it is tonight. So I also can't thank Marin Sanitary and McLaren Roofing enough for just saying yes when we first asked to see if they would be interested in being a sponsor. They said yes. They even wrote the checks and sent it. And so thank you again, Marin Sanitary and McLaren Roofing, for saying yes and supporting us. Thank you everyone else for all those donations that have already come in. Thank you, Barb Lyon. Thank you, James and Kate Rule, Melissa Rink, Jag Paul Saran, Gary and Cindy, Mark Machado. Thank you very much. And there's way more than that. But again, thank you so much. I really can't tell you enough how much I'm grateful to be here tonight with you all and for you to share this moment. I can't thank, again, my wife, Nikki Henley, for her unconditional love and support and always allowing me to pursue my passion in life. Hi, Colt. Daddy's on TV. I know you probably care less, but hey. So I really, again, thank you all for being here tonight. We're going to have a fun show. We're going to be telling you a little bit about who we are as Desire to Inspire Studios, our culture, our team, and sharing with you stories about how there is so much more we can ever do together, how much more we can do together than we can ever do on our own. I'd like to start by introducing our team. Ra Feasby here to my left. We have Operations Director. She is Ra Feasby, Operations Director. We have Kristen Scheidel, our Programs Director. Cesar Cruz, our Director of Videography. And Chris Grimshaw, our latest team member who just completed his 100-hour internship program. And he is actually the one producing the show tonight behind the scenes. So if he screws up, well, that's part of it because we really do embody the idea of learning by doing. So bear with us because the idea of perfect in our minds is it is what it is. Remember that. It is what it is. And that is perfect for us. Just so you know, your donations tonight, 100% of our operational costs are covered by our service work in both the nonprofit and business community. Your donations tonight will go towards furthering the development of our vocational training program. This is the program where our apprentices, like Grimshaw here tonight, learn the skills of media production by giving back to our local nonprofit community. Also, I've been looking forward to this moment in time where I get to take it all off, have some fun. We got some new shirts, little DTI shirts, little people helping people. little DTI. So if you would like to purchase a ticket and represent Desire to Inspire Studios out there in the community, go ahead and just above us here in the tickets and donation button,
in the way.
the tickets and donation button, you can buy a shirt and we'll ship it to you. Lastly, after being in our last studio for 10 years, did you know that we've moved? Check it out. Here's a video. When I started my business as Henley Photography, I didn't know where my next client was coming from. I didn't know where my next meal was coming from. And I didn't know that there was help and resources out there. But I started my business and I'm stubborn-headed, so I was going to make it work no matter what. And as I started my business, I ended up joining a local group called Business Networking International. I got connected to the Chamber, Santa Fe Chamber of Commerce, Novato Chamber of Commerce, San Anselmo Chamber of Commerce. I got connected to Rotary Club of Terra-Linda and Rotary International. And through all these connections that I was doing, I often got asked to do nonprofit work. We started bringing other contractors, other photographers with other skill sets that complemented what I knew. As a collaborative group, we were able to do so much more than just taking a photo. We really embarked on doing videography, and we were able to start telling their stories and through video. We collaborated with graphic designers, with social media developers, with writers, with web developers. And all of a sudden, we were able to really kind of meet any client where they were at and help them move forward in one way or another. By doing all the work that we were doing with the interns, by doing all the work with nonprofits, we were often able to figure out how to get interns to do the work with nonprofits so that we can meet the no budget or low budget and give a learning experience to our interns to do the work that they wanted to do, the work that they wanted to pursue in life and as a photographer or videographer. So after 4 years of doing Desire to Inspire Studios as an LLC, in 2020, really, we just decided to move forward as a 501c3. For us, it's turned into more and more of what my passion is to empower people to pursue their passion of photography and videography in their local community by giving back to their local organizations through nonprofit work. So that is the premise of Desire to Inspire Studios Foundation. And we meet organizations where they're at, whether it's for-profit or nonprofit. We help them do the work that they love to do, and we help them tell their stories, get it out to their tribes, get it out to their communities, and ideally help everybody thrive while putting out stories of people helping people. Tonight is all about community as a whole, highlighting our connections and bringing our community together helps all of us do more than we can ever do on our own. Wait a second. Helps us all do more than we can ever do on our own. Yeah, no, that's it. All right, moving on. So to part of our community, I'd like to introduce our team because speaking of doing more than I can ever do on my own is really I couldn't do what I was doing in life if it wasn't for my team. That was a great transition. So I'd like to introduce our team right now and go a little bit deeper. Ra, will you take it away and get me to stop speaking, please?
Wouldn't be the first time. Everybody, I'm Ra. I'm the operations director for Desire to Inspire Studios Foundation, if you haven't met me yet. Quick backstory, I have known Trevor since I was 2 years old. We went to preschool together. My earliest memory of Trevor is him hugging me underneath a table during the 1989 earthquake. And if that does not paint a picture of what family life at Desire to Inspire Studios is like, then that, I don't know what else could. Working for Desire to Inspire Studios means feeling connected to my coworkers, means feeling connected to my community, and the culture that has been cultivated here over the last 5-6 years that I've been here has been one of compassion and empathy and understanding. It's a place for all of us to grow and to push forward, and I'm very grateful for that. Cesar, what do you think?
Yes, how's it going, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful night. My name is Cesar Cruz, and I'm the director of videography with the Desire to Inspire. And I think what was interesting about the connection I had originally with Trevor back in 2018 was when I was working for another nonprofit called 10,000 Degrees. He was doing some amazing photography for the program. I was just so interested in the world of media. I had studied it in college, but ultimately didn't know how to break in. And what was really amazing about the connection me and Trevor had was that he literally was like, hey, come through the door. Let us know how we can play together and just like make things possible for the work you're interested in doing. And ultimately, I started doing some of the work, just like learning to see how to do photography. And then we evolved into doing like video. And being able to cultivate those connections in the community through video and amazing visuals was all I ever needed. So I'm super thankful for the opportunities that were brought through forward in this connection of like an amazing organization that focuses on giving back to the people we love and our community as a whole. I'm so thrilled to be part of this community. It's just what I always dreamed of. Here's Kristen. How did you get involved?
Hi, I'm Kristen Chidell. I'm the program director here at Desire to Inspire. And I met the team last summer of 2020, when they were working with the Marin School of the Arts to put together a remote version of MSA's annual fall fundraiser. At the time, I was looking for a way to use my production skills and my project management skills to give back to the community. And Desire to Inspire and I were just a perfect fit. And now over to an even newer member of our team.
Cool. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, I'm Chris Grimshaw. I'm the newest member of Desire to Inspire Studios. I came onto the team about 4 months ago as an intern and recently was brought up as a production assistant. I found out about DTI through a family friend, Christine Puccini, who let me know about Trevor and Desire to Inspire because I was looking for some more hands-on experience with photography and an apprenticeship, which they provided both for. I came with Trevor on a shoot for a real estate gig on my first day. And essentially, I got to the shoot, and you turn to me and you tell me, let's see what you got. So go in blind, see what you can do with your skill level right now, and then we'll take it from there. And that's what we did.
So being part of our community is being part of our team here. And again, I'm so grateful to have every one of these members on our team and allowing us to really do the work that we love to do. And speaking of community, it's not just about our community. I've been a member of BNI for 15 years, Rotary for, I think, 12 or 13 years, Chamber, you name it, the networks in the community that I've built. And I can't thank everyone here for supporting me all along the way in pursuing my passion in life and the work that I love to do. Another small token of community is yesterday we were out on a shoot for Nothing Bundt Cakes in Corte Madera. Well, technically, Grimshaw was out on a shoot, doing the shoot for Nothing Bundt Cakes in Corte Madera. And he told them about a fundraiser and what we were doing and insisted that we take a whole box of Nothing Bundt Cakes.
Awesome. Thank you.
And I don't know, are they delicious, guys?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh
woo! So thank
That's
you
awesome.
so much. So it's just a little act and a sign of how much we love our community and people that give back to us. And the other side of it is we're going to hear from us, our other team members in the community. We're looking for other professionals. You're going to hear from Jacob Daly from HGP Global on how we believe in collaboration over competition. You're going to hear from Philip Kyle, and you're going to hear from Mark Ibanez as well. So I'm really excited to be part of this community. And thank you everyone for being here tonight and enjoying this. Take it away.
You know, with this internship program, it just really feels diverse. It feels like it fits a lot of different possibilities. So depending on the student and their interests, it felt like they can come here and check it out and explore whatever their field of interest is and get a lot of practical experience doing it. But when they see like the real world of media production, and whether it's through nonprofits or other organizations or companies, whatever, they see a lot more practical use of what the skills that they're learning can go beyond their own stories. So they could learn how to make their own movie, and that's awesome, and develop their artistic voice. But they can also learn the skills where they can actually get a job and get a career going that can help them do what they love to do while they're pursuing what they want to do as well. Desire to Inspire is a company that really gives out to the community. And they serve the community, they want to help the community, and they're giving resources to all these other associations and companies and programs that they don't know how to do it on their own, or they don't have the resources to do it on their own, and Desire to Inspire is a helping hand. And when they're helping those companies, and the companies are helping them in return, that's how communities grow. And as far as the internships go, for students to learn not just the skills, but that kind of community-oriented feeling really makes them good citizens and good people and good young adults and stuff. And I think it's really important to foster that on a personal and a professional level.
For our last project, which was the Novato birthday party, which was great. It was we had a bit of crunch time as far as scheduling to get, and as far as the lockdown orders and whatnot, it was a little bit difficult to get people in the studio, but we were able to do so in scheduling everybody in an orderly fashion, individually at a time, to make sure that this could work. And oftentimes in productions things get a bit stressful, but it wasn't necessarily like that. It was just really, we all stayed in communication, we all scheduled everyone properly, and it worked out really well. So yeah, it was a good experience as far as collaborating together and bringing a project into fruition. The staff at Desire to Inspire is fantastic. Everyone's really prepared, and you just have conversations about what needs to get done and how we can get it done, and then it just gets done. So that's really important. It's not you don't have to slog your way through things. It's a really kind of open forum of staff to be like, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. The camera's going to be here at this time, and then we have scheduling that gets done, and everyone kind of knows what they're going to do and has been planned where they need to be, and it just arrives, which is fantastic. I'm looking forward to doing it again in the future as projects come.
Desire to Inspire Studios Foundation is, I think, so important for those who look to expand their own horizons, because I think that sometimes we get too limited in what we think our potential is, what we think our future could be. And I think what organizations like this do is really open our eyes to the fact that not only do you as an individual have a great potential to explore realms that you never thought possible, but that there are actually people who will support you in those endeavors and help you get to your eventual goal and what you aspire to. And I think when young people realize that there are people out there who understand what you're going through, they get what you want to do with your future. And when you have that compassion and that empathy standing right by your side, it opens up a new life for you, and hopefully one that you will be able to pass forward to other people as well. It sets a great example, not only for what they're doing, but for what they hope you will do for others in the future. It's awesome. I cannot understate how important internships are. And I was so happy to hear that they do that here, because let me tell you what, my broadcast career, 42 years, would not have happened. I can say that confidently to you, without an internship. And most of the professionals that I know in the industry all got their starts with internship programs. You get your little foot in the door, you start making contacts, and not only if you're able to make it in the business, but maybe almost as importantly, you get your little toe in there and you really get a feel for whether this is right for you or not, whether you're really cut out for this kind of work. There's a lot of stress, there's a lot of deadlines, and usually it's live performances. Some people thrive in it, others realize, ooh, that's not for me. Internship programs cannot be devalued at all. Very important. And I suggest to all young people, it's one of the first things that comes out of my mouth. Try and get an internship in whatever field or endeavor you plan to go into, because it gives you a glimpse of what your future might be. Cannot recommend it highly enough. I think it's awesome that they're doing that here and giving young people the opportunity to get their feet wet in their potential professional careers.
Well, thank you so much, Mark, for those amazing words. Again, as he really put it together, it's super practical for us to give all our interns the ability to actually do the work. There's so many things in production that go into the work. It's really amazing to see students actually see that they can do all aspects of production, from photography to learning how to do operations with cameras, drones, doing green screen work, editing. We really try to provide the best skills with just real action so that they see the impact of their work. Ultimately, this is a great result, kind of what Chris experienced through his apprenticeship program. So let us know, what did you learn?
Thanks, Esther. I'm a local guy. I grew up in the Bay Area. I went to Marin School of the Arts for cinema back in high school. And then I went down to Los Angeles to try and find some experience down there in the film industry. COVID brought me home, and when I was looking for something else to re-inspire me, well, I mean, DTI, the word's already in the name. So it kind of just fit the bill, and the experience that I've garnered through that, well, you'll just get to see that in this video coming up.
What I was looking for was to get some hands-on experience with cameras and talking with other photographers, getting some experience and shadowing, and also talking with Trevor and some of the other management people to see sort of what goes into running the whole operation. The flexibility of it all was super helpful because I did have other commitments to school and to other extracurricular activities. So being able to come when I can and then stay, do other things when I had to do them, it was really helpful in allowing me to do the whole thing in the first place. I didn't know how nonprofits worked and how they contributed to the community. I didn't have any experience with them at all. And through doing this, I was able to gain a lot of experience and sort of see firsthand the people that they really help and the work that they really do. And that was really awesome. So having the opportunity to see those types of projects, see other people doing them, and then actually joining in and doing them myself was eye-opening. It was really cool and super fun as well. I'm actually inspired by the mindset of most of everybody I've met here. They're very positive. And so that was definitely probably my favorite part. The positivity, the growth mindset, that sort of whole forward-thinking idea that this place has was really probably my favorite part.
I wanted to just learn more, and I knew Photoshop, but I didn't really know Lightroom. I just kind of wanted to broaden my horizons. I liked that it was all hands-on, and they really treated us as adults and stuff, and were yeah, you go to the mixer and you shoot, and you come with me and help. And I took some photos too. Everyone knew Trevor. Not everyone knows the other businesses, but everyone knew Trevor. And then eventually, after a few months, people started recognizing me and stuff. So that was kind of cool. Yeah, we definitely became part of the community that way. When I do photography, I feel more fulfilled. So thank you for everything you did.
I really love the environment, just being around all the people who work here, and it's really friendly, and if I have questions, I don't feel uncomfortable to ask them, which is a huge thing for me because I tend to be really shy around new people. I was able to get really accustomed to them fairly quickly, and I think that just really is and it tributes to how Desire to Inspire, it's like employees work, like they're all super chill, but they also like know how to get the job done, and everyone's here is pretty great. Getting involved in like with those nonprofits, it was a really cool experience for me since I know very little about my community and about all the organizations in it, and so I've been able to like see different like businesses and nonprofits and organizations through Desire to Inspire Studios and help them get their like message across with like, you know, taking photos at what events they have. I felt more part of my community by like working through you guys, and so it's been pretty fun. I definitely feel a lot more confident in my ability to be able to talk and like interact with adults and like network with the people at the events. I was able to learn a lot more about photography. I didn't know how to edit at all. I've learned how to edit using Adobe Lightroom, and I've learned how to use like the different aspects of it, like highlights and shadows and stuff like that. And so like I feel confident in my ability to edit photos, and I'm excited to learn how to like edit videos and stuff.
Doing these jobs for the Marin IJ has been awesome. Actually, before this internship, I was trying to figure out how I could do exactly this sort of thing, sort of small photography jobs, you know, here and there that I can kind of pick up to gain more experience. And so to have an internship and have it all kind of fit together has been awesome. It's been a great experience. There's been certain times where I've even taken on some of the jobs on my own, which has been a little nerve-wracking for me, just to, you know, have the training wheels taken off, but that's what you need, and that's the best time to learn. It's been great to see my own work have helped with a project, with a team. That's more what I look for, seeing how people have been affected during the pandemic. And even if this is just, hey, look, can I take a photo so that's used for a news piece on your business, you feel a little bit more connected to them. This internship with DTI has been a step above from my other experiences because of the real hands-on experience that I've had so far in terms of networking, watching the client side, how that's handled, and other real opportunities, having real jobs with weight. It ranges from everything from local, highlighting local businesses, to headshots, to corporate events, fundraisers, larger scale productions. It's never the same thing twice, and each week is consistently different with what we get to do. One of the benefits of that is seeing how we're helping people, you know, seeing how we're highlighting businesses in our local community, or doing specific pieces on incredible people. Their motto has been people helping people, and they live by that.
Man, I am so proud of the work we do here at Desire to Inspire Studios Foundation, and I am so proud of our interns. And they're not just interns; they're people. They are our team. I say when we started these internship programs that, you know, one, you will learn from us, but we're going to learn so much more from you. And one of those things that I've learned and grown so much more is understanding technology. You know, texting, Snapchat, I don't Snapchat, but any of those technologies. But did you know that you can text to give tonight if you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook, or even on our GiveButter site? So there should be a number flashing here. You can text a number to give and donate at any time. But so we're going to talk about our growth. And we could not have grown and done the work that we did in 2020 without our internship program and our interns that we had. In 2020, we founded. Then we also grew from 1 employee to 4 employees. And really what happened in COVID is we lost all of our business like many other people. And in about a month and a half, we were back out doing the work that we love to do. We got hyper-focused as a team, got really down to the core of who we are and why we're doing this. And we went out and we told stories of nonprofits and how they were being affected by COVID, how they were helping their community, and how they needed help in those struggling times. One of the things that came out of that was helping nonprofits do online fundraisers and virtual fundraisers. In 2020, we produced 8 virtual fundraisers for several organizations here in Marin County. Along with those virtual fundraisers and the other work that we did in the community, we helped raise over $1 million for those organizations. It is so incredible to be part of such a community that raises such funds to help all these organizations in Marin to help the people that need it the most. So now you're going to hear from some of those partners and from all of those community partners that we did help.
We needed someone to help us tell our story in a new way, and you were the body that knows how to tell these stories in the way we needed to tell it. We were out in the community taking video, we were interviewing on-camera folks, and we were partners. We were partners on this fundraising boat together to do the virtual jam. Everyone we've dealt with throughout my now multiple events with Desire to Inspire has had such a cheerful, positive, calming attitude. Cesar was out in the community with us repeatedly, multiple venues, all over the county, lots and lots of time. B-roll. He was making B-roll, which is a thing I didn't even know what it was before. I worked more with Ra on my second project. She's lovely. She's tremendously organized and attentive to detail and making sure all the trains run on time and all the places, all the people get where they need to be, when they need to be there. And then Trevor is the guy in charge. And I always appreciated how calm and level-headed he was, because we had lots of twists and turns. The Legal Aid event, we had some pre-recorded stuff. We had some in-studio stuff. We had at least 2 people live off-site. So, and we were running a chat where people were making contributions. And dude was as cool as a cucumber. Desire to Inspire is so community-focused and is so interested in helping teach the craft and to have real-world opportunities for those kids here has been incredible. And to see that it's still going and you got 2 new strapping folks here learning how to do this is just, it warms my heart.
Our organization, Paint the Town Red, was challenged this year that required shelter in place with how to have a party of 300 people to celebrate the City of Novato's birthday party and announce the Citizen of the Year. Our solution was to engage Desire to Inspire Studios Foundation and HGP Global to help us produce our first ever virtual Novato birthday party. This team helped us infuse excitement, fun, and pay tribute with the use of dynamic graphics, great videography, and drone footage to not only celebrate Novato's birthday and our Citizen of the Year, but also to honor those that were so generous in helping our community during this pandemic. Also, by broadcasting our event, we were able to bring the party to 4 times as many people. Desire to Inspire Studios Foundation, with their talented, multifaceted team, is a tremendous asset to our Marin community, and I recommend their services and highly encourage your support.
So the event that we did was one that was to benefit our employees and keep the restaurant going. The Desire to Inspire Studios really came through quickly from the start of the idea to the fruition of the project and the production, making videos and just all sorts of ideas and stuff to help boost our business. We did a live stream that was about an hour and a half production wise and live cooking demos and just Q&A and lots of bantering between David and myself. Being on camera can be a little intimidating, and your team, Desire to Inspire team, was just awesome. They make us feel totally comfortable. It's not something. It's something to be doing what you do naturally, but then to have someone with a camera or just hovering over you can feel a little intimidating, especially when you're not used to that sort of thing. But they made us feel real comfortable and did a great job. It was really inspiring and goosebump feeling sort of thing to have someone and people in an organization such as yours want to get involved and help those who need to be helped. Community and customers have been there for us through this pandemic, and I don't have any words really to describe the feeling that I have that they've been there for us through this, and we're still open today because of them, because of our staff, because of Desire to Inspire shows. Grateful.
In the 5 years that I've been working with Desire to Inspire, they've taken the photos at my wedding, done headshots for me personally and for our business, taken marketing photos that have been published in different magazines around the area. And we have had a video done about our business, right when COVID started, just to really highlight some of the challenges and some of the offerings that we have for the community during this challenging time for businesses. They're able to put together an end product that really reflects who they are and the messaging that they're trying to get across. I don't think there was any request that was too unusual. We were never, he never scratched his head or anything. We were able to try what we wanted to do and really get creative. This organization not only is rooted in the business community here, which I'm a huge proponent of, supporting local businesses, supporting local business owners, but also really giving a voice to folks that are out there trying to do something good in the world. I mean, we're in a difficult time right now with the pandemic, but I think there are so many people that are trying to do good, and to have a voice and to have an avenue to share that is really important.
We were in desperate need for coverage of our food pantry, which operates weekly. And we really wanted something that would help let the community know about what we were doing, the magnitude of our work, and we wanted to create an emotional connection to our work. Trevor brought out his team and produced a really impressive video for us. When we knew we had to go online exclusively for our fall fundraising event, which was Halloween themed, it was Wizard of Oz. And they pieced in from live to recorded sessions. And we used Give Butter to raise funds. And we had Senator Mike McGuire do a live auction. And the event lasted about 45 minutes. And we raised $25,000 in that time frame. Everything was pretty well organized. We tried to do it in advance as much as possible so that we would have time to edit. And then we decided to pick music, and we went through several revisions of edits. That's the hardest part. But honestly, the first take was pretty impressive in itself. So it was really just a matter of fine-tuning these different videos for our event. We were very pleased with the result, very pleased. And a lot of people came back afterwards and unsolicited just said that was the best online event they've been to. It was really engaging, and it did what we wanted it to do, which is it created a connection between the donor and the organization.
All right, you guys. So we've obviously been having a really good time tonight. This isn't just a launch party, though. This is also a fundraiser. I know it's been mentioned, but we want to get serious for a second. Community is everything, right? It's just a bigger version of It Takes a Village, right? We give back, you guys give to us, and it is incredibly important that we provide a safe space for our young people, and some of those young people end up with us. Some of those young people end up in our internship programs, and that's what we're really trying to build funds for tonight. We are fundraising to add to our vocational program, and we just ask tonight that you give when you can, where you can. We've tried to be an integral part of the community as much as you guys have been for us, and that's what we're trying to do here tonight. I don't have all the words. Michael Pritchard is definitely much better at talking about this kind of thing, so I am going to go ahead and turn it over to him.
Hi, this is Michael Pritchard. I have been a friend of all of the folks at Desire to Inspire Studios and their foundation for a long time. I have known Trevor Henley for over 20 years, since he was a student at San Rafael High, and he was on my show called Saving Our Schools from Hate and Violence after the Columbine shootings. We had a corporate donor there that realized that the greatest gift that you give in America is knowing the real successes in America aren't the people that love money and use people. They're the people that love people and use money. This is what we're asking you to do for our foundation, Desire to Inspire Studios Foundation. This crew of young people and the interns they teach are making a huge difference globally as well as locally. We all talk about community unity, and one of the great things that I try to teach, and now I learn from the staff here, from Ra and Cesar and Trevor and all the folks like Kristen and the interns that they're teaching, it's important for us to realize we further our work by lighting the candles into the future. And as has been taught me here, we advance on darkness and chaos with light. That's what we do at Desire to Inspire Studios. I'm honored to be working here. I ask you to donate to us to help us further our work with our interns to keep teaching, to progress into the next decade and the next decade and the next decade, because I'm in my 70s now, and I have a young man who I've passed the torch to, who's leading a group of young people that are deeply committed to great global uplifting stories, great local uplifting stories, and the kindness that is beneficial to all of us, from being responsible to emotional intelligence and loving your community and loving the people in your world. That's what tonight is all about. We ask you to donate and give according to your need. If you can help us, please do. I promise you the stories you'll watch will remind you why it's important to see good news as well as the news. The stories that you've watched will be telling you about the good news that's coming. And we need that good news because it is a medicine for our soul to remind us that hope thrives in young people learning to bring you hope through great stories.
Thank you so much, Michael, for those amazing words. I think it's really interesting because I remember entering college and thinking, okay, so this is it. This is going to be the big break in changing my life. It's going to be the way I can pave my future completely. And yeah, the first half of it is totally true. You learn so many amazing skills. You have the ability to take the time to learn work and really just explore different career pathways. But the practical experience is something you kind of have to look for your own. And I remember just talking to my peers, talking to my professor, saying hey, a good internship is really how you break into this industry, especially in media production. And I felt like what was the most practical way I can get connected? And throughout my experience in college, I felt like I didn't really get that. I understood the theory so much of the work, but how do I build that connection? And it wasn't until I graduated and I came into with Desire to Inspire Studios that we saw this amazing work that can be possible. Not just for me, but for other outlets, for students that are graduating, that are continuing their education, that are trying to break into this amazing industry of media production. We want to prepare people to do the best work. We want to prepare them to really see how they can impact our community and keep giving back, but at the same time growing their skills so they can become better. I'm extremely thankful for the opportunities I've had here. I think as important it is to be doing the work, I'm so thankful that it's a community that believes in me. And that's the platform that we're trying to build here. We're trying to build a platform for people that are interested in doing the work. We want to give them that opportunity. What do you feel about this, Kristen?
Thanks, Cesar. Our vocational training program is what I'm most passionate about here at D2I. As Cesar said, this is real work experience. You don't just gain the skills, you gain the confidence that comes from using those skills in a real production environment with real clients. And it's not just another line on a student's resume or additional college credit. You really take away skills, and in addition to the skills, a network, not just within the industry, but within the community. And the students really motivate us, and we hope we motivate them. And Trevor, over to you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Cesar. When I first started my photography path, I was a junior in high school. Fortunately, right out of high school, I had a job with California Classics and Jim Gillespie, and he taught me how to do portraits. He taught me how to take photos of school portraits and senior portraits. And I was very fortunate for that experience and knowledge and training. But when I went outside of doing those portraits and I tried to venture out and take other types of photos, I just had to jump in and figure it out. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't know who to turn to get advice. I just didn't. So when I started my official business in 2006 as Henley Photography, it turned out real quick that I ended up connecting with the School to Career program in Marin County. And I started hosting interns right away. And I developed this internship program where it was meant to not only teach the skills and give them the practical application of photography, but it was really to teach them to put their hands in front of your face when they fall. Because I have known that I learn the most when I fail. And for me, it's not really ever about failing. It's learning where I can do better. And so we give our interns the trial by fire, the learn by doing. As Grimshaw said earlier, we put him in the fire and he flourished. We were also putting him in a low risk, high impact situation where he can really shine and step up to the plate. That is how we operate our internship program. And every one of the people on our team provides that support and knowledge in the different arenas that help you not only pursue photography or videography or media as a career, but also give you the business experience, the behind the scenes, working with Ra on the administrative side, working with Kristen on the production management side, working with Cesar around the direct development and the tools necessary to be able to create amazing videos, working with myself how to stutter or talk or make nonsense when I'm actually out in public speaking or networking, right? But it also, I love giving people the opportunity to experience in life and smile from the heart. I'm a professional 5-year-old, and if I can elicit that same experience in everyone that we work with, whether it's through photography or the result of photography, I feel like I've accomplished for the day. So I'd really like to say again, thank you very much. If you have supported us tonight, please feel free to give again. I would also like to say, please, if you can have the capacity to do so, donate in one way or the other. If you don't have the capacity to donate financially, reach out to us. Refer us someone that you know that's interested in pursuing photography or videography or media as a profession. Or if they want to learn the experience to see if they even want to pursue it or want to go a different way, because we have resources for any other field as well that we can kind of turn people towards. I'd also like to again thank Marin Sanitary and McLaren Roofing for being our first major donors and being our first major sponsors and getting behind us from the beginning. I really can't thank you enough. So the last thing we're going to roll into tonight is a new program that we launched in 2019, did some pilot series, and then we are relaunching now because it is more important now than ever to help tell stories of people helping people, to get educated on what is happening in the community. The program is called We Are the Remedy. And no, it's not We Desire to Inspire Studios as the remedy. It's We Are the Remedy as a community. Again, if we can all get together, there's so much more we can do together than we can ever do on our own. And whether that's an individual or an organization, the more we collaborate with people that are in similar arenas of what we're doing, the more all of our work will flourish and the more our community will be supported. So you're going to hear a little bit from Michael Pritchard about We Are the Remedy. He is our co-MC with myself, and we're interviewing people in the community. And one of the interviews you're going to hear tonight is a tough conversation, to say the least. But without tough conversations, great relationships can't be had. And so tonight, this preview of the program is to establish that it's okay to reach out. It's okay to let someone know that you're in pain, because you will connect with someone that will want to help you and take you to the life that you want to live from here on out. So I really am looking forward to this next step for Desire to Inspire Studios. It's going to fully, what's the right word I'm looking for? It's going to fully activate our entire team as the production team for these shows. We're going to be live in person, on location. We'll be live in studio. We'll probably be running 2 or 3 different locations at the same time and going live. Think of it like a news station, but for good. So enjoy this clip and be willing to have a tough conversation. So thank you very much for watching, and take it away.
I really wanted to share with you tonight that in the community, as I live in the community, I'm just a member in the neighborhood. I'm nothing more than your neighbor. And that's good enough for me, because I love living here in your neighborhood. And I live in any neighborhood in America that listens to the Good Medicine News. Tonight, you're going to see Megan and her friend who are going to talk with us, Kate, about their lives. They came to me when I was counseling one, and it was brought to my attention that both had lost their children to suicide. It was an amazing thing to try and bring them in to talk about We Are the Remedy, and to hear their ideas and their solutions to how to help other moms, other dads, other families, and other young people with the idea emotional intelligence should rule the day as we try to speak heart to heart to each other. What they give us in this interview that they're giving us is remarkable. It's honest, it's vulnerable, it's overwhelming truth. And it's needed in our communities right now to prevent the kind of sadness that comes into families from overdoses and from suicides. If we had anything that we could give you, tonight is the night to watch these video clips and to realize the work we're doing at Desire to Inspire Studios and our foundation are urgently important for our world and our local community. Thank you.
Welcome to We Are the Remedy, where each week we highlight a person from the community who embodies the idea of people helping people. Hello, everyone, and welcome to We Are the Remedy, and this is the COVID edition. Today we have with us Kate Ruley and Megan Talbot, and as always, we have with us the good old Michael Pritchard.
Trevor, one of my most favorite guys ever, and I met him when he was a kid in school. Megan and Kate, we want you to know we love you and appreciate your being here today. We're here to kind of solutioneer and take a look at ways we can help you, but you can tell your stories to our listeners.
Both of our boys were seniors at Nevada High School, and Jackson, Megan's son, died 17 months before Warren. And after Warren died, I wanted to get involved in making changes at the school. So she actually called me the day of the school meeting, and we met that night at the school board meeting, and were able to not only talk the school board into not cutting the mental health funding, but to look into a way to provide a wellness center for children like ours and others who struggle with anxiety.
Can you talk about the groups that our kids can find as resources in our community and things we can do to help them find their way to assistance and help, not just at school, but in the community as well?
I was going to say, within the school, there are student advocates, advocacy groups that you can get involved in. Bring Change to Mind is a great one.
I think I agree that there does seem to be a lack of that focused on teens. There are support groups a lot for parents or adults, but even the groups that I've been to, I don't know that I've seen a lot of teenagers there, even ones that are open to family members.
But I don't see a lot of kids necessarily going for those things. It's more the parents saying, hey, why don't you try this? Us guiding them in that direction. I'd like to see more inviting programs, or not even programs, but just options for kids that they would actually be drawn to.
What would you say is the heart and soul of why you're out there every day bringing the community together around this?
I think for me, it's about, just not wanting people to hurt the way that we've hurt. I know that you're likely never going to stop all of suicides. I mean, I don't know if that's possible, but if we can decrease it in any way, if this, being out here will save anybody and save a mother from losing her child, I'm here to do that. And that, to me, is the most important thing. Just lessen the pain.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Megan, your story reminds me of the old man and the kid that were on the beach, and it was riddled with starfish. And there was this kid who was picking them up and throwing them one by one into the ocean. And there was thousands of them all over the beach. And he kept picking one up and throwing it into the ocean. And the old man comes up and says, son, what are you doing? You can't save them all. Son looks at him and picks one up, throws it in the ocean. I just saved that one. In August, I will be celebrating being clean and sober for 8 years. 8 years ago-ish, a man by the name of Dave Devlin saw that I was struggling, saw that I was going through a time where I needed help. He called me up, invited me to dinner, took me to dinner, and then took me to an AA meeting and supported me on the path of becoming clean and sober. Dave, I can't thank you enough for allowing me to be the starfish and throwing me back into the sea. We are all starfish, and when we have real conversations, this is what happens. Raw.
So rare is the person who doesn't know what it's like to be in a job that is unfulfilling, is depleting, and rare is the position when somebody can pick you up out of that and place you in something better, put you in something more, fill you up in a way that is rewarding and makes you feel like you're giving back at the same time, that it's not selfish. My friendship with Trevor is that reward. My job with Desire to Inspire Studios is more fulfilling than any job I've ever had in my life. And I am incredibly grateful for that. Cesar?
From an immigrant background and coming into a country where everything felt so foreign and a little bit just nerve-wracking and so scary, finding a community that cares and loves you no matter what is super important. And I'm just so thankful to be part of this place and these amazing people who truly care about empowering others and giving them a voice, shedding a light into their stories. It's such a vital role to give people that opportunity because life can go so fast. And I want to make sure that everyone understands that we're here. We're here to light this beacon of light for everyone in our community. I'm so thankful for this work, and thank you so much, you guys, for believing in me.
Like I've mentioned before, during this pandemic, I, like so many, was looking for a way to help those in need. And so many more were in need and are in need due to our current situation. And Desire to Inspire not only has given me a way to do that, a place to do that, and a way to see the word is getting out about organizations that are already here that are wanting to help people, trying to find people that need their help. In addition to this, Desire to Inspire has given me a new home in the nonprofit industry, moving from for-profit to nonprofit. And I've never felt better about my job. I've never felt better about the world. And I'm very grateful for that. Chris Grimshaw?
What can I say? I needed college credit. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. No. Really, I was in purgatory. I mean, pandemic sent me home, and I was stuck there for 7 months with nothing to do. I mean, that's not the worst thing in the world, but you're left empty and you're left wondering, what can I do with my time? I've lost inspiration. I feel like I've hit a dead end. So to find a place that's allowed me to garner more experience, and to not only that, but to finally go down a path that I feel like is on the right track towards what I want to do with my life, that's incredible. Yeah, there's nothing better. No better feeling, no more rewarding of a job that I've had than working with DTI. So thank you, Trevor.
Yeah, thank you, Chris, and thank you for bringing a moment of levity. I want first to say thank you to our team for being open and being honest. I want to thank everyone that has these real conversations, because again, without these real conversations, change can't be made. Without being brave to embark on these conversations that may be really uncomfortable, change can't happen. And I want you to think of how you might be the starfish, or your starfish story when someone saved you. I want you to think of how you could be the little boy that thinks of saving someone and picks a starfish up and helps them live life. Whew. Thanks, Rob. So I, again, want to say thank you very much for everyone joining us here tonight. Thank you for engaging in this conversation with us. Thank you for hearing our story. Thank you for partying with us for the last 4 years as Desire to Inspire Studios. Thank you for partying with me for the last 15 years in business and growing and learning with me. I truly, again, can't thank our team of Desire to Inspire Studios. I also got to give a last minute shout out to George, who is one of our latest apprentice program students. Words. I also want to do some thank yous real quick. Thank you, Eileen Warmood. Thank you, Philip Chidell. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Bobby. We'll go back into the beginning.
Wow, look at all that.
Thank you,
Oh my God.
Truce.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Jim Vetter. Yeah.
Thanks, Mom.
Thank you, David. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
yeah,
Mom.
thank you. So again, I really appreciate what you're doing tonight by engaging in this conversation with us, supporting us by supporting the community around us. Means we can all do so much together than we could ever do on our own. So you can stay tuned. We're going to play a little, that launch party. No, this was the launch party. We're going to play the opening dance show again from Davey Diamond. Don't forget to follow him on Mixcloud. Shout out to Davey Diamond. Thank you again for coming through. It's gone international. So stay with us. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Smile at someone. Share a story of how you've been helped, or how you're helping someone, and have an inspired night. Thank you. Am I off? Are you serious?
Here,
Can you go play the credits?